Okay, guys, we're going to talk about advanced techniques in extracting and copying and masking different objects. So I have my guidelines set up. I press Command R on Photoshop, and I got two guidelines in by clicking and dragging the vertical and horizontal line. And I use my lasso tool. I press Command D. Command D, guys, by the way, is deselect. That means anything that's selected will deselect it. So you guys see that those dancing ants, that little vibrating lines, they're gone. Command D gets rid of it, okay? If you go to select, and you'll see Command D right there. So I'll go back, click and drag the elliptical marquee, and create a mask. Now I could press Command C. What does Command C do, students? Nice and loud? Copy. So I could press Command C, go to my tab, and Command V, and it does the same thing, okay? So if you have something in copy mode, or you grab your selection tool, click and drag it there, and drop it in, okay? Now when you go back, it should go back to its original state. So that's one way of masking objects, okay? I'm gonna open up another image here to show you something else. Just a random kid. Who's this? Oh, Jenny. Jenny from the block. She graduated. Now, just to show you really quickly the modes of object selection. It's an AI kind of generated tool that instinctively knows what you want to extract, okay? So it clicks here. Because the blue background's different than the person's here, there are ways to really fine-tune here and stuff, but for the most part, you don't need that. In this case, I could press Command C, go back to my tab, press Command V. Sorry, did I press Command C properly? Command C, Command V. Oh, wow, it didn't pick up on, oh, it took away the roses, right? Shoot, how can I add the roses to this, guys? Wyatt, yeah. Yeah, sorry, not Wyatt, Arshan, sorry, my bad. Yeah, you could. With the selection tool, I can add. So if I hold Shift, it'll add that area. And if I move my mouse, it'll add to that mask. So now you see how it's added, okay? You could also just go to the lasso tool, add mask tool, and click and drag the area that you wanted. But it's obviously there's nothing here to add. Or you click to subtract. Like, oh, I don't want that strand of here. So if I zoom in, oh, I don't want that part. So if I just marquee over top of this, it will not select that strand of here. So you can add or subtract different parts of your object. So now when I press Command C, or if I just get my move tool and I click and drag this to here, it'll be a better version of that. Now that layer's there, I can click and drag it into the garbage can, and voila, and I'll have a better picture of Jenny. Again, with edges and feathering, okay? Say I kind of want to fade, because it looks weird having the cut shoulders. Now I could fake the shoulders, okay? Or I can just fade them in. Let me just show you the fading. So I'm going to go to the eraser tool, E, eraser tool, and use a soft brush, and with the size of the brush, I can just fade the edges and trim it and give this kind of, you know, trimmed out. I can make this beautiful floating statue, right? And it blends nice, especially when I start blending it with other things, okay? So using an eraser with a feathered brush is not a bad technique. If I wanted to, I could be clever, put her behind the car. Again, layer order, guys. If I get my layers here. The Corvette, I'm gonna bring her behind it so like she's faded behind the vet. Hold Shift. Or I can make her small and put her behind the car like she's driving it. Yo, what's up? It's kind of creepy, okay? Anyways, you're gonna have some fun with that, okay? Depending on the emphasis of your collage, what's bigger or smaller, okay? Now, if you have an object with a single color background, a white object. So let me just go to the internet and download an image. Here. Say, LeBron. LeBron James. I go to images. And there's a picture of him. Is he transparent? Oops, sorry. Right click, image, tab, new tab. There it is, nice. Now this one's gonna be interesting because the black will remove, but his hair blends in with the black background, so it's gonna be a little tricky. I'll challenge myself. Downloads, beautiful. And go back to Photoshop and open. I had to press enter to accept that transformation change. All right, so let's see how well the quick selection tool or object selection tool does in this situation. Do you see the problem? Okay, this here is blending in with the black background, right? So you kind of have to like almost guess where it is. Yeah. Use use a lasso tool as well. Now, technically, if I use my layers, the window, let me reset my essentials here. I'm gonna make a duplicate layer of this. I'm gonna press Command J. So I have two of the same. Command J is a shortcut for duplicating things fast. I could have also right-clicked and say duplicate layer, but Command J is faster. So I'm just gonna hide this one. I have two duplicates. What I'm gonna do is image adjustments, play with the brightness. Yeah, you know what? I wonder if it's even been photoshopped out. Oh, you can see it. Okay, I see it now. Do you see it now? Watch this. I see the silhouetting of his hairline. Wow, I had to like really brighten it up. Now, what I did is I destructed this one just to see it. Okay, watch this trick. I'm using that layer that I blown up. Okay. Then, going in with my lasso tool, adding to it, add the missing parts I had a hard time with. See, I had a hard time with this. It's never perfect, but you can use your tools, right? Now, am I gonna copy this version of him or this version of him? The other one. So look, I used that layer to get the color contrast on his edge, hide it. The mask is on this layer now. See how it's highlighted? Now I can bring this image of LeBron James. Oh boy, where's my collage? Oops, my bad. Maybe easier to just press Command C in this case and find my collage and Command V him. Okay, scale him down. Rotate him, okay? So the trick is, guys, you can use a multiple tools. You can add or subtract by using lasso or quick selection to do so. One last thing with the LeBron. I could have used the magic wand tool. Click on the background, but see how it's not that great. But if you have a solid white background that's contrasting image, you can use that magic wand tool as well to select that object. But for the most part, students are going to be using the object selection with a combination of adding and subtracting the mask to grab an extraction of the image from the entire image. Does that make sense? Any questions before I sign off the video? Okay, good.